5, lesson, I think it's 5, yes, chapter 5, lesson 5. So we've gone over your two forms, okay? Our slope, intercept. What is slope, intercept like? Slope, intercept is what? Yes. Andy says slope intercept is y equals mx plus b. Yes. Point slope. What is point slope?
It is y minus y1 equals m times x
Minus x1.
parentheses. I think that's the one.
These are really important to know, guys. I'm telling you right now, if you don't know these forms, you will not do well on your EOC. End of story. Okay?
Well, can I write them down on a piece of paper?
Well, I don't know how that works. As long as you do not take anything in with you, I would think it would be okay. This last form. Guys, hush. Standard form. Standard form is our last form. It is written. It's got some rules to go with it. I know it. Let me find a different color.
Well, it's got an A in there.
AX plus B y equals C. Here's the thing. Your rules for standard form. You ready?
Save that.
No fractions.
Yes.
Guys, I just want you to know it will have fractions. You will have to fix it so it doesn't.
Why
Well,
A, B,
it's
and
not
C,
being disappeared.
Just because they're going to stand for plain numbers. Okay, A, B, and C are going to be regular numbers to us. Okay, the X and Y are the only true letters in this form. Okay. A and B are not 0. And I'm going to put in parentheses at the same time, because sometimes that's confusing. A could be 0 as long as you have a B. B could be 0 as long as you have A. Okay?
So it
What
can't
do you,
be.
have you wrote anything down?
So it can't be. X
Right.
plus
I
Y
don't
equals
write this
C.
because I need to know. You said you didn't even know your forms.
So let's see. It can't be X plus Y equals C. So the other one is like.
Well, it can't be this. Like if you have a 0x plus a 0y equals 4, that's what it's saying. Because if you have 0x, what's that? 0. If you have 0y, what's that?
Nothing.
You got a number over here.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
0 equals 4.
Oh yeah.
Okay? So they're telling you something that you would eventually figure out, but it's almost like giving you a hint. Okay? Alright, so I think that's all. Do they tell you that A has to lead with a positive number? Okay, I guess not. That's fine. Okay. These are to help us find the intercepts really fast. Okay? And I'm going to tell you about X and Y intercepts this time too. Because we know about a y-intercept, right? But I'm going to show you tricks to find both of them. Grace had already asked about an x-intercept. First, and it does talk about graphing, so let's have Logan go ahead and pass that graph paper.
Oh, I
My bad.
Are you serious?
It's okay, it'll pick up from here. Okay? It'll pick up from here. My goodness, almost all the way down on the ladder. Is that cold there? No. Okay. So now two graphs. I have an X and I have a Y. Okay. Get your graph paper ready. Draw out your coordinate plane. It doesn't have to be long.
same.
Good.
Logan's here. I'm not taking that.
Okay, I'll go back up. Let
Not
me get
trying to be perfect though.
I'm gonna move it
Why am
down
I
a little
always
bit.
bad at drawing?
Draw, you draw, you don't draw. Hush, you
Oh
don't
my
know
God!
the
It's been a long morning.
Right.
Long morning.
It's okay, you're not bad at drawing them. Just get your ruler out and draw, because I'm fixing
I
to move
can't
on.
draw. Can't draw.
You can't draw a straight line with a ruler?
No. Okay, we got a problem. Miss Etta would be disappointed.
I'm disappointed. Alright, get your coordinate plane drawn.
That's a very large coordinate plane, guys. Mine's really tiny.
Get to right and shh, everybody be quiet. Okay,
Oh wait, that looks really easy.
it is. It is really easy. Okay, so the x is -2, and then y is 1. Now remember, these are intercepts, okay? That means where it touches your axis. So if x is -2, 1, 2, right here. I know, it's wonderful, isn't it? Y is 1.
There you go.
So I go up 1. Well, there's your line right there. Connect those 2 points.
Okay.
And that is it.
That's your slope.
No, that's all. You're done. What would my slope be on this one? Count from this point to this one.
Two.
Up 1
Right.
over 2. So up 1 over 2. Yeah.
I said 3. It's 3.
So this one's pretty easy too, right? So it's pretty easy. All you're doing is plugging in 0, right?
So you just go up 1 and over 2.
This is really
No.
easy.
All I didn't do this one, Cameron.
Does it stay this way? Like,
Yeah. This
bro,
form.
give me the homework.
This I graphed here. The red I graphed there, and then you connect them. Now remember, I can't draw straight lines, so mine would kind of,
Is that it?
yeah.
No, you didn't touch it.
Yep, missed it.
I start at 0 and I go over 2.
They really touched it.
And then I go
X was 2. Or -2. So you go over 2.
That's it. Over.
You go with that
And then
problem.
you go up 1.
Right, so-
Now remember, I told you I was going to show you a few shortcuts. This section does a lot of aha moments, okay? Yeah, you'll be glad that you do that. Now, when you have, do you remember how we talked about slope being undefined? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What kind of line is undefined?
It's
A cliff.
The cliff. Which one's the cliff? Straight up and down. That way? I mean, you could have done it this way.
We both went.
It's like 2 miles.
Okay, so
We went. I guess I'm gonna go down.
undefined slope equations. Undefined slope equations. So these are vertical lines. Those of you who do not understand what the word vertical means up and down.
Yeah, guys.
We need to know what vertical means. Just saying.
It's deer. We got a problem.
What?
I don't know what vertical means.
We're learning now. L for vertical. L for vertical. Okay, so L. There's an L in it. I know there's one in horizontal too, but I don't know how to do that one. So, okay, Z for horizontal. Okay, so the equations to these. Draw you a little. It doesn't have to be a pretty one. Draw you a little coordinate plane. It doesn't have to be big by any means.
Can't do that. It's gonna be too little.
No, it doesn't. And then we're going to draw a different color line. Pick a different color.
Dang.
And so here is my line. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pause and let you catch up. Please quit talking and we'll get this done. Otherwise, you have to do more notes during 8th period and you will have homework. What number does this go to? 2. And it's a positive 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the equation for this, does it touch the y?
No.
No. So the equation for this line, x equals Does it touch the y?
Oh.
No, the y-axis.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So your equation is x equals 2. So look, you should know, you should be able to recognize equations of a line that are undefined because they do not have a y in it. Okay? Undefined lines. Undefined lines have no y in the equation. Okay? So, if undefined lines have no y in the equation, what is, I guess, the opposite of a vertical line? The horizontal line. So, the horizontal line so the horizontal line what kind of line is a horizontal line? What's the slope for that one? 0. And they look like this, right? Okay. Side to side. Remember, flat. Horizon. There you go. That's deep. Okay. All right. So.
Not very deep because it goes this way, Miss Deer.
You're weird. Okay, so if the vertical lines don't have a y in their equation, what do you think this one will have?
It won't have an X.
Right.
Yeah,
These.
that's not what it doesn't have.
She like this. It will have it.
So this one, draw your little coordinate plane. And remember, it's side to side, correct?
Yeah, got me walking
Side to side.
Oh my gosh. Shut up.
Please. So this line, guys, you need to focus. Is it 2?
Yes.
So this would be y equals 2. Remember how when you wrote your equations before and it was y equals 0x plus 2 because it had no slope?
Yeah.
So that the x would go away and it's just y equals 2.
So where do we just go up to? Is it all?
That's easy.
Yes, yes it is.
I guess.
Nothing.
It's hard.
Hey, Grace, chill.
I didn't even do nothing.
She's over there
fine.
dying laughing.
Okay, now we're gonna turn something, guys. Now we're gonna turn something into standard form. Okay, it's not hard to get into standard form. You will be asked on your EOC to go back and forth from the different forms. Okay. So we'll call it transforming because that's what your book calls it.
Transformers.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Last year, this was probably my least favorite lesson with those 8th graders.
Oh God. It's hard.
It was very frustrating.
That's.
Then maybe you should write it down because so you can have an example.
Yeah, there
Write
you
it
go,
down.
Cameron.
Hush! I don't need help. Hush!
I wouldn't help you.
Hush! I don't even want to hear from you. You ain't even been here in like what, a week? Okay. Quit laughing. Y equals -3 over 7x plus 5. Now remember, I cannot have a fraction in standard form. It has to be ax plus by equals c. So that means x and y have to be on the same side, right? Well, that's easy. I know how to do that. Add 3 over 7x on both sides. Okay? X plus a 1y equals 5. So C stands for constant. Constant is at the end. Okay? So now I can't have a fraction. To get rid of a fraction, you multiply by the common denominator. This one we're lucky just has one denominator. What's the denominator?
7.
7. So you multiply everything by 7. This is how I write mine, so I remember to multiply everything. Okay? That's how I remember how to do mine. I put everything in parentheses. Okay? So when you multiply by that, the bottom 7 is just going to go away. Okay? Yeah.
I think your orange pen just died.
It'll be okay.
Oh.
So this bottom 7's just going to go away, and I'm going to be left with 3x. The number in front of the y was a 1, so 7 times 1 is 7y. And then 7 times 5 is 35. So there's your form, A, B, C. So not bad.
Oh yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, you just lost me.
It's okay. We're going to go over it. Don't worry.
I feel like this is what the fifth graders felt like when we were doing the.
This stuff.
It was like.
See, at first
It's
you
easy. You say
Yes.
say that.
Did you see our notes?
my brother just don't get
Yeah.
that stuff.
It says, get out notes. It said,
My brother's horrible at word problems.
they did not. They did not want to do anything.
I believe that.
Jaden, I think, was the one who actually would have tried by himself.
I believe that.
And I think it was Chase and missed every single one of them. He didn't ask any questions. He just sat there.
Okay. Let's do another one of these.
Is he quiet or something?
He's shy.
Couldn't even hear him talk.
We are going to write these in standard form, and it says using integers. Integers just means no fractions. So don't freak out when they say that word integer. Okay.
That's like -3. Yes, it is.
Okay, so first, use your distributive property.
Yes, you gotta do that. Or x minus plus.
So y plus 3 equals 4x minus 4. Okay? Now you have to get the x and the y together on the same side. So to move a 4x, I'm going to minus it. Okay? So this one's gone. I got to get that 3 to the other side. He can't stay over here.
Subtract 3.
So that's gone. So now rewrite what you have. Negative 4x plus a y equals negative 7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that ain't too
I don't know
Too bad.
if that is 32. I don't remember that being an appropriate answer. I really thought that I think the leading number has to be positive. Your book doesn't show that though. I don't like that.
Why is it always positive?
Yeah.
0.
The leading number has to be positive. Yes. So how do I make a negative a positive?
Add 4.
By what?
Add 5 or 4.
Another 1.
Or 6
Right.
7 or 8.
So if I take all these and I times them by a negative 1, wouldn't that make him a positive?
Yeah.
What's another way, a simpler way that I could do that?
Just move the
Just
4.
change all the signs.
Oh, yeah, we're not even gonna do
Take all the signs and make them opposite. He went positive, that one went negative, that one went positive.
I was thinking just move the 4x with the negative behind the y.
Yeah, it has to go X, Y, and then C. Okay? I will go ahead and give you your homework. The bell's fixing to ring. You can work on it 8th period, okay? Here is your homework. Page 326. Write this down, Cameron. Page 326. 9 through 35 odd. And you need to show your work. I know they're odds, guys. Not stupid. If you don't show your work, I think you cheat.